Welcome back to Abra Knowledge channel. Today we are going to learn dot plot. It is very underestimated plot, but it is very powerful. We can visualize the data more powerfully and we can visualize the data more appealingly. And this is the dot plot we can use it. And the good news is that we're going to take the sample directly from Minitab. Let's see a couple of scenarios. And the good news is that as I mentioned, the sample is there directly in Minitab. So this is the sample one. Before we get into that, let's face one question. And the question is that what tool we can use instead of stratification? Because in stratification, there is no direct tool in Minitab, right? And it is also happens to be one of the 7 quality tool, right? So now the answer is we can use dot plot and where we can classify the data and then we can bifurcate the data and things like this. So one, we are going to take the example of dot plot with group. Another one, the same thing, dot plot, we are going to use it, but multiple stack wise, we are going to do it. With the grouping and stack method, we are going to learn it. So this is the scenario. Let's go through this using the computer voice.
A nutrition consulting firm has been retained by the Department of Education to devise and test an education program to increase the calcium intake in children ages 9 to 13. To measure the effectiveness of their program, the firm conducts an experiment in which the subjects are assigned randomly to either the control group, no education, or the education group. The average daily dietary calcium intake in milligrams is calculated from 3-day diet records. Data.
Yeah, this data directly, we're going to take it directly from Calcium.MTW. I will show you how to do it, and it is available in the sample data folder. Another one is that engineer wants to find out which machine and week have produced more R of output with an additional factor called appraiser, operator 1 and B, right? So these two, we are going to do it. I'm just going to Minitab and Minitab 17, and all I have to do is go to file and open worksheet. You can type calcium. So look in Minitab sample data folder, and then you can type calcium. Have opened this up. You can see that the calcium, we have two group. One is the group is controlled. That means no education as per that category. One is education, right? We wanted to see whether the calcium intake is having any impact. So you can go to graph and then dot plot, and you will find, since we are talking about with group, right? So we have a group factorial data, categorical data. So we can use with group. Have a click it, and we are going to take the variable as a calcium, and group is two group, control and education. Have a click it. So the data is ready. So you can easily see that here control, there is no education. The calcium level is also some cases you can see here there is almost no calcium, and then you also have a calcium here. But if you look at that education group, predominantly the calcium is in and around 1000 or 1000 milligram, right? From this you can easily interpret the data, and we can do that. Not only that, if you wanted to have in some colors and formatting, you can still do it. For example, right click, edit dot, and then for example you wanted to have some other dot instead of this. You wanted to have, let's say, triangular one, and let's say you wanted to have some colors, you can do it. And let's say size, you wanted to make it to slightly increase 0.8, you will be able to do it. So easily we can see the group which is education group has a better calcium than this one. Easily we can do that. Of course we can do that hypothesis testing, another thing. This is you can directly visualize it, which group is better and all that, right? So the similarly we will take another sample called pipe, right? Go to file, go to open worksheet, and look in Minitab sample data folder and type pipe. You will find this data in it. So this is the week 1, week 2, week 3. There are 3-week data is there, and then this machine 1 and 2, and you have another category called AB, right? So you go to again graph, and then you have a dot plot, and we're going to choose stack group, right? Just select this one, and we're going to take the variable all the 3, and then categorical data we have a machine, and we can take it, and you will find that the output is very interesting. Anybody can easily understand it. So week 1 we had almost like the maximum closer to only 5 hour and closer to 6 hour we have, and week 3 where we have a more production and more hour of the machine have run. And then you can see the blues are on the one which is less utilized, and the two is the second machine is been more utilized. Easily we can visualize the data, right? And once again you can directly do that categorical also as well. For example, let's say you wanted to change the dot and or any customization you would like to do, you can very well do. For example, let's say you wanted to have something circle, and you can still do it. So whatever the things you would like to have, we can easily do that, right? So this is the one, and the more reference is also there, right on the mini tab. Right click on this and go to start guide, and you will find this very one, the very first two example which we saw on the nutrition one of the calcium one, which is there. And also what is central tendency, what is variation, what is meant by outlier, what is meant skewed, these four terms also there. And it is directly, you can find it in Minitab. I hope you find this video very useful. Please do like, share, subscribe my channel. You have wonderful day ahead.